Bar Group, raising the bar in real estate. Your Lake Highlands, Lakewood, Preston Hollow pros. You can find them at thebargroup.com. Unparalleled customer service for your real estate needs. The Bar Group. I feel like this is a legitimate show because you're in the kitchen. We're doing an interview, right?
Oh, fair enough. Good point. Okay, we'll do that.
We'll start this sumbitch. Woo-hoo! We're recording that, by the way. It's recorded.
Here we go.
All right, we're here. We're alive. We are kicking. And I'm just going to go straight to it. I'm going to go with camera one right here. I'm going to read this accolades of this young man that we have on here. He's in Germany, and he is he's 32 years of age. Doesn't look like it. He has competed in sports for over half of his life. At 12 years of competing in running, during which I became a D2 national champion. Where?
USI, Southern Indiana.
I know USI is that. Yeah. So you never said anything. Dude, I played D2 college, man. They had a team there at Southeastern Oklahoma. And he found pickleball in Atlanta in the early 2019. So that's really cool in my book because I started in 2018, before the pandemic.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And since then, I've taken the sport back to his German hometown. He's the reigning European champion in men's doubles next to my athletic endeavors. I started to work at Joola, Europe. Joola,
Yep.
Europe, which means my involves actually solution around the yellow plastic ball. With no further ado, this good-looking young man. What's up, bro? Basti. That's his name.
Yep.
Basti. What's up, bro? How do you say your last name?
Grau, just like Grau is a color gray.
God, what a bad build-up, Basti Grau. Come on, man. Well,
Should make sense. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just go the way of pickleball, man. Tell us why, what, when, where, how you started, and it's all you. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, I found it in early 2019, and after running was over mid of 2018, I took a long break, and I needed something, to start out to compete or to meet people and be active. Walked over. I lived in Atlanta back in the days.
Yeah.
Walked over the street to a sports gym. Saw a flyer, as we always had it, like a really cheap flyer, some stock photo,
Yeah.
like 6 p.m. right? And
It's like a Polaroid.
yeah, exactly. It's like 1970s picture.
Hey, I was born in 1974. Shut up. Keep going.
And I go in, and then actually the guy there is born, like much before 1970. He's a guy. He loves pickleball. He knows all about it, but can't do much about it anymore.
This is in Germany, right? Or this is Atlanta or Germany? I'm sorry. Okay.
Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, this is in Georgia.
Okay.
So actually, we start talking, and ever since the first training, I got hooked. And he tells me things, and I do what he told me to do, and that's how we kind of build up, a good friendship. And also,
What's his name?
that's how I learned football. David Callahan.
David Callahan. All right.
Yep, he used to play in Atlanta a lot. He was in Hammond Park all the time. Now he moved to California, and I haven't seen him for a couple of years. But thanks to him, I found pickleball, and thanks to him, I know how to play.
And tell us his name again.
David Callahan.
David Callahan. We're gonna tag that guy when we put this video out. Excuse me. All right. So you got it from Dave, huh? Super Dave.
Exactly.
So let's talk about what's your favorite paddle. What type of equipment do you sponsor? Do you use?
Yeah, well, I play for Joola. I play with Joola rackets. I think it's the end of 2022, and we actually were the first Joola players in Europe.
Oh wow!
Play pickleball. Obviously, table tennis is much older and has a bigger history, but back in 2019, Joola pickleball does not exist very much in Europe, and we just thought, hey, we thought it's a German brand. We attack them with like a presentation and what we did, and back then we had played a couple of tournaments in Europe and won a bunch of them because there was not much pickleball. So we sent them something, and they luckily agreed and said, hey, we tried this, we support you, and we were stoked to get material,
awesome,
get the logos, and feel like pros, for a while.
Well, that's awesome. We had Sarah Burr on. She's the MLP like you in Australia. She brought I think it's Selkirk over there. Or I messed that up. But anyway, she's doing what you're doing over in Europe, over in Australia. That's awesome. So Joola's your brand of choice, huh? What paddle you use? You have your paddle with you?
I have it upstairs, actually. It's a Scorpius.
Don't move again.
The Scorpius 16 I play ever since it came out in Europe last year. great paddle. And actually, we kind of try to mimic the Johns brothers when we play.
Mm-hmm.
My partner Felix and I, and it works. It works very well, obviously, in the US and also in Europe. So that's what we go with.
What's your partner's name? Felix what?
Felix Grunert is
Grunet.
his last name.
Okay.
Yep. There you go. We're like childhood friends for, I don't know, 20 years, 25 years now. Very close. And I got him hooked the very first day I was back. Yeah. That's actually a pretty good story, I think, because I came back, I had a net, I had my stuff, and I called him up and said, Felix, I have something for you. I brought it
What did
home.
he say?
Well, at that time, we hadn't talked very much because I was a runner. He was a soccer player. We didn't talk very much. And he said, well, I come check it out. It was like afternoon, and in my barn up here, I had like a skinny singles court on like concrete slab, and I painted it, put a little net in. Said, Felix, let's play this, right? He came and he didn't do half bad. After an hour, he was okay. And after 2 hours, he was tired and said, okay, done. And it was like, yeah,
Whoa.
5 or something when we were done. And I said, Felix, let's play again tomorrow, because I was flexible,
I know.
and he was studying, I think. And then, it's like 7:30 at night, and he calls me and he's like, I want to play. I said, Felix, we said we play tomorrow. He's like, no, now. He walked over at 9 p.m. played until 11 p.m. again the same day. And ever since then, I guess he got hooked.
I'm gonna beat this guy. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you did you say you made a skinny singles court in your barn?
It's up there, yeah. It's still up there. We had like hay and stuff up there.
You need to
back
send a
in the day.
picture of that, man, or a video of that when you get down there. Seriously, I'm gonna. Cause no, I want it. Do it. That's
Yeah,
so cool,
well-
man. That's why I love the show. And again, that's one of the reasons why we brought this. That was my dream, is to have everybody tell a story. Everybody has
Yeah.
a story, and the way I was raised, it's important to listen to a lot of them. And you don't like them, but I'm saying that's kind of the whole entire story of this show. Is the pickleball is the journey, but yet we've expanded our program to paddle, to racquetball, to squash, badminton. I had a Kenya player on last week. He's a pickleball ambassador in Kenya. Yeah, his name's Brian Omawando, and he's an amazing young man. But anyway, keep going. So that's let's talk about you teach much, or do you just play, or do you do a little bit of both?
Yeah, no, I do teach. Like when I brought this here, I felt like German people like it. And when I came, actually, I was not the very first one, right? But I was the first one in Southeast, and there was a little bit Northwest, some clubs.
Wow.
And I brought it to my home club from the town and said, hey, I have something for you. And we annoyed the badminton group for a little while and said, I want to steal 30 minutes of your time and show you this.
What?
Right?
Oh, say it one more time. We went to a badminton court? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
to the badminton club, like the badminton group in our club.
Uh-huh.
We just walked in and said, hey, I want to show you this. Give me 30 minutes
No.
and I'll show you, right?
Ooh.
And people like that, actually. And
That's awesome.
Our first chairman or whatever, he was on board right away. And so now this group still exists. We have, my mother plays, my dad, my girlfriend, everybody plays now. And in the village where I live, it's like 100 people, very small.
Really?
But in like the high times, it was right before COVID, I guess. In the high times, we had 25-30% of the whole village play pickleball suddenly, because they all needed something. It was there. I put tons of work in, and it still exists. But for me, it's now hard to keep that going, right? From business and my personal goals and stuff. It's hard to coach every week, but when I'm there, I try to coach and I try to teach people whenever I see something wrong, but not very regularly.
Yeah.
No.
So what about do you have a favorite? Do you like to play singles, doubles, or mixed, or do you like all of them, or how do you feel about each individual one?
I actually, men's doubles for me 100% the focus, and ever since they wanted attached me the most, I guess. Especially now with Felix having a really good partner. That's always the tournament, or that's always the event we go for a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
The next favorite one would be mixed, but our problem in Germany is that there's not really good female players at the level that you can play top European level. And that's why we're tough time to find somebody.
You're going to change that, bro.
I try.
You're going to change that with you bringing your love and passion for pickleball to your town. You watch, it's going to expand. All because you have the passion in the heart. That's one thing that, I'm a big believer in that. You have to have heart.
We're actually trying. We have some camps now, like some meetups now with the German players, and we invited some ladies. So we're hoping that it comes. But for now, we're borrowing Swedish, English, other country players for the big tournaments, and it's not easy because you mostly get the second choice, right? The very first ones are taken by their own fellow players, right?
Okay, I understand. Well, you know what? You're a driven guy. You're a D2 athlete like me, brother. Come on now. Well, that's good, and that's I love hearing that. Do you have any events coming up, pickleball related?
Yeah, we do. We have now a tour starting this year, I guess, and the finals are in December in Austria, like in the mountains, perfect scenery. And there's four tournaments before that: Spain,
Wow.
England, Germany, and Sweden.
Uh-huh.
And I play all four.
Oh,
It's like June is Spain and
oh
August is
man.
England, English Open. So we're getting some structure now, and I love actually that because I'm able to ride the wave on the very top. Like we're getting to see how the sport grows, and
Yeah.
I'm right up there looking from top down. And eventually, obviously, I will not be the best player in Europe anymore eventually, but for the next, 1 or 2 years, I'm trying to stay there and use that and kind of feel how things work out. It's very fun to do right now.
Are you gonna try to come over to the States?
Yeah, I have been actually. I have been in the States 3 weeks ago in Phoenix, in Arizona, and
Yeah.
played there a little bit with some aspiring pros
Who
or
were they?
PPA already. So that's very fun. And yeah, we try to compete there, but we haven't signed up for a PPA or APP yet.
Okay.
It just didn't work out with the calendar yet. But Felix played in the APP in Miami last week for Team Europe, for example.
Uh-huh.
So the level in Europe is not bad. We're actually
I
really really good, but there's
I
not a
believe it.
whole lot. There's only like a handful, like 5, 10 teams maybe. The rest of it kind of drops off.
It'll
But
pack. It'll, dude. It will. You'll have people going over there to play from every different. It'll come.
yeah, yeah.
I'm a big
Faster than
believer in that.
faster than I can count to five. We'll see.
No, I
But
think you'll be good. You got it, man. I can honestly tell you, I think you got it. All right, so let's go to what's your favorite story to talk about with pickleball so far? You've had some good ones. I mean, my God, but what's your most
yeah,
recent one, or what's your fondest, latest one, or what are you
I
thinking?
think I think there's a good story and thought about this. There's a good story. It was a European Open last year in February in Spain. In Spain, the tournaments they always run terribly late, right? You never end before 10:30, 11
Wow.
p.m. Never. So we have this event and we're like stuck in the gym and we play. And obviously before the stream, we have to wait for the first final, semi-final to finish to get the second one and
Yeah.
so on. So we have everything on camera. People get like mad, annoyed,
Yeah.
and then eventually we play the finals, right? We're in it and my girlfriend, she says, okay, I'm gonna go out and grab some pizza for after because we realize it's like 10:30, 11.
Yeah.
The stores are closed, right? So she runs out, get it, and we play. And for some reason, she doesn't get her food till like 45 minutes later. So actually, we play, we win, we celebrate, and then we realize we're all hungry. And there's like 50 people in that hall, or 100 people in the hall with me watching, players, friends, everybody, right? And then we pack up and go out. And on the way home to the hotel, we see her. She comes back with the pizza. She's like, I finally got this. So we have like two large pizzas for 30 people,
Oh my
English.
God.
And they're all like, well, we didn't get food anymore. And I said, yeah, you should have planned ahead. So we, Felix, I, and our girlfriends, we had the pizza, but there's like 20 people waiting, also hungry.
Oh, you're
So
like, oh, it's so good. You want some of this cabinet? It's all mine.
yeah, exactly.
No,
So we're on
I
the
feel
road
bad.
waiting, and then we shared a pizza with
Yeah.
like I don't know, 20 people. Like
Hell, why not? You know what I mean? Might as well. I mean, I would too.
it was fun.
I
It was
could,
good times.
I could sit
And
there going. Oh, I mean, to my brothers, not my sister, my dad would kill me. But my brothers, I'd be like, "This is so good, guys. Oh, so good."
yeah, I think we thought about that for a second. Then
No.
we calculated that, and and
All right. Well, listen. Um, what's your favorite place to play a tournament?
very tough, actually. My favorite place to play a tournament is hard because we don't have many dedicated courts in Europe, and I think I gotta say for now it's in up in Sweden at the event center in Nyköping. They have dedicated courts. A good friend of mine is running the tournaments, and the way he runs it is very private. He
Good.
only invites like 8 teams for his invitational every year.
Mm-hmm.
So we have top players there. There's no hustle, no rush. Everybody's relaxed on the couches. You meet people more personal.
Wow.
So I think that's gotta be a really fun event. That's gotta be the one on my list for
That's
now.
awesome. So, what's the name of the place again?
Event Centra in Nyköping.
Oh, wow. I'm going to get
It's
this guy on the show.
close to Stockholm, and they have 3 courts. It's not very big,
That's okay.
but yeah, it's family. It's fun.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite player?
A favorite player? Not really. I think it changes. Honestly,
There
it,
you
it
go.
does change because the characters show more. The game evolves.
I know. It's
I don't
tough.
know. It's weird. Yeah.
Well, we'll get one next time. Favorite shot? What's your favorite shot?
My favorite shot is, I think, the speed up down the line. I'm a right side player, so the
Mm.
ding comes and I just speed it up and attack the other side's backhand, hopefully, and that sets up a good shot usually. So
Yeah,
that's the favorite one I
I
like
love
to
it.
hit.
All right. So, what's your favorite drill or tip that you give your lessons when you have time to be on the court with them?
Uh,
Basti.
I think my favorite tip for people when they start playing tournaments, I get asked it very, very much. I said, just put the ball on the court for the first minute or two. Don't go too crazy. Don't try wild, funky stuff. Put it on the court and see what the people the other side does with it. If they do something with it. If not, then relax and start getting more aggressive over time. But put it on the court. And favorite drill, I love to do resets, right? I'm a resets person. The
Good.
ball can come out at any time. I want to reset every single shot. So we do that a lot from mid court, from the back, from everywhere.
That's so
You
awesome.
know, it's fun. Yeah.
So for the listeners and in our from all over the world now, actually, um, he's what we're talking about 3035 here with Basti is that we slow down, don't have to hit drive everything, but be able to reset a point to stay in the point. I mean, that's so awesome. That's just
Yeah.
it's basic, guys. Whoever's listening, it's really not that complicated.
It's basics, but people freak out about it and try
But
funky
that's the
stuff when
thing. It's the right thing, right?
weird. Yeah.
Basics. I love it. Okay, so we'll go in the kitchen. Ready for this?
Okay,
This
I'm already there.
this is yeah. It's, yeah, I know. Smart ass. Okay, but you're right. So you are a smart ass. Anyway, so this is talks about you and what you like and what you don't like, stuff like that. But what's your favorite band, or do you have a favorite song right now that you were listening to before you go on a court?
I think my favorite band. I'm a little bit of a country guy still from Indiana, so I love to listen to Zach Brown band. I think
Zach
they're
Brown
fun.
band.
It's always a good mood.
Nice.
But if I have to pick a song, then I'm also a little bit into rock, and I like the Pretender from the Foo Fighters.
Oh,
And
nice, dude. That's
it's
good.
all over. It's all over for me, but
No, it's okay.
somewhere there.
Those are two good examples. I'm listening to Pink Floyd Animals.
There you
But
go.
I'm
Yeah.
old, you know.
No, good choice.
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie, Forrest Gump, no doubt.
Mine's Transformers 1.
It's so fun.
Oh, really? What did you like the most about Forrest Gump?
I think because it's a little goofy, but also has a really serious backstory, right? And there's so many different scenes and moments in that show, like from war to then playing ping pong, then be on that shrimp boat, and afterwards being at home and having a house, and the wife gets sick. There's so many scenes in that movie that it changes for me. Like every
That's
time I watch it, something new to see.
that's so cool. Man, that's so cool. Okay, so I said Transformers. That's how boring I am. So, do you have a favorite sports team?
Favorite sports team? I follow Borussia Dortmund soccer. I
Uh-huh.
guess that's what we
No,
have to
no.
do, but I'm very, very into that. Back in Atlanta, I loved all the Atlanta teams. Like I'm very loyal to my hometown usually.
Might
So
as well.
so I chose the Atlanta teams in the US.
Atlanta is a very, very nice city. It's very
Yeah,
clean. It's very green. It's very nice. I
I
went
think
there.
it's actually underrated a bit.
True.
Like in Germany, we go to New York, we go to California, we go to Miami,
Yeah,
but Atlanta is never on the map for tourists, and I think it's so cool, so
yeah.
diverse. There's so much
It
stuff to
is.
do to see. I love it.
And the
Yeah.
food's good. Food's good.
Yeah.
All right. So you have a pet? Favorite pet? Do you have any pets? We've got 2 dogs. No
I do
pets.
not have any. I do not have any, and
I don't
I'm
blame you.
fighting actually to keep them away for as long as I can. I want to go travel and play and don't be tied
I
home.
do the same thing, man. I get it. All right. What's one thing about you that our listeners or our watchers or viewers would think that's funny that they never would have thought about you?
Yeah, I get that. I go out a bit, when I say I picked pickleball in the States and they ask me, you played college sport. I said, yeah, I did collegiate sports, right? And then I tell them, but I was a cross country track guy. And they're like, what? I would never thought that, right? So for me, that's
That's
yeah,
cool.
interesting. You do not expect that. And I
Yeah.
say it and they were like blown. I don't have any background in racket sports, I guess, right? And in 2017, the year was crazy good at USI,
Yeah.
national champion in the
Oh, yeah.
mile and stuff. It really,
What was your
really
mile
was
score? I'm sorry. What was your mile time?
404. Not crazy. I should have broken four, but yeah.
In a minute? In a mile?
Yeah. Yeah.
In the nose different, Jeremy. It's pretty damn cold, so you got to run a lot, right? No, I'm kidding.
Uh,
No.
guys like years ahead in running. I
Oh,
mean, I
no,
run a sub 14 5K, and that's actually pretty good in Germany. It's like a top 5 time in Germany back then. But in the US, I was D2, and probably not even top 5 in D2. And now the school is D1, and I heard that the times are going faster every year.
Oh
So
my
I'm happy to be out of the running.
Well, look, I can be reached. Listen, somebody wanted to talk to you or reach out to you. How would they get in touch with you?
I think the best way is Instagram.
That's how I did it. Good job.
It's bastg.pb. I think that's the easiest one to find me.
It is. He responds
Yep.
quick, guys.
Yep, I'm there.
So, and I can be reached at Curtis@ReeseRacketSports.com or the World Wide Web. And please help us keep the show going. I used to hear this a lot and think it was crap. But when we get subscribers, we're able to get guys on like this from way over across the world. And when they come in town, we can have them in studio. But we need to get help. All right, Basti, anything else you got, bro?
No, I just want to know where you guys are sitting, so I'll visit next time.
We're in Dallas. I'm in Dallas.
Dallas.
It's just me. It's my studio. It's my everything. I have a lot of great people to help me out with it. That's the reason I can make it work. All right.
Okay.
So next time you play anything like Rockwall or anywhere in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you need to text me or, yeah.
I will.
And I also want to know more about that game in December. I want pictures and videos of your skinny singles barn, all that good stuff.
There you go. I'll feed you. Yep.
See, look at this, guys. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This guy right here in this camera. Anything else you got, Basti?
No, I'm
Basti.
good. Thanks for having me.
He's so nice. I'm tired of saying that. Guy can run. He can run real fast.
Old guy now.
And that, my friend, is why people should fear you on the pickleball court, because you are a D2 national championship, brother, in running cross country, bro.
Yep.
Right?